My name is Nur Azizah. I will read this group 11 will presentation stock of name material. Stock of name. The development of human civilization is currently running fast, so humans need information so as not to be left behind. Libraries as information providers must be able to provide service that can facilitate users to access information quickly, precisely, and accurately. This is related to purpose and function of the library itself, which is to collect, store, organize, care for, or maintain on record library material in various forms, especially books, so that the library can provide maximum service. The library collection is also well managed because the collection is a valuable information asset for the library. In addition to maintaining the information asset owned, care is a proof of a library's concern for the information it has. Moreover, the library is considered as an information center, so maintenance is something that every library needs to do. Well-maintained collection are supporting elements of the smooth process of access to information in the library. One, the maintenance activities of the collection that be done is stock hospitalization. Stock taking is a comprehensive library collection checking whether the collection is still in accordance with the record held. Basic functioning to match the existing collection on the shelf with the amount of inventory data. It can also be a means to carry out maintenance because basic checking the collection. The books that are then claimed are not exception to the book or shelf display. Stock taking is a routine activity that's so important to assist in monitoring and calculating the asset owned. With a large number of assets, it takes quite a long time to carry out a routine stock-taking activity. The time needed to carry out a single process, routine stock-taking, can reach up to their months. Moreover, the officers who carry out this stocking activity are few in number. Definition of stock taking. According to Sulistyo Basuki, stock taking is a physical examination of books that are recorded as belonging to the library. Before carrying out this activity, it is necessary to consider what service are needed and when it is appropriate to conduct stock taking, so as not to interfere with the service provided by the library to its user. Meanwhile, according to Yulia Yuyu, stock taking is related to the collection development activities of a library based on the selection profile and user needs for the library materials. Where is the activity to find out how a library's collection profile is data collection activity whose number of collection according to the subject that match the subject that includes is called stock taking. Stock taking, a form of activity to recalculate library collection and aims to find out the actual number or actual collection of libraries. Thus, after stock taking, the number of collections that are still stored or those that are not known physically will be known. The target of stocking can be determined by two things, overall or partial. Simply put, the stocking of library material is the activity of recalculating the collection of documents owned by the library as the whole. This stocking activity is carried out between two or 3 years. Purpose of activity stock of named library material. According to Yulia Yuyu, the objective of the stock taking activity are 1. Knowing the state of the collection of library material in the library. 2. Knowing the number of books, titles, or copies, collection of library material according to classification groups correctly. 3. Provides a neat array of catalogs that indicate the condition of the collection of library materials. 4. To find out exactly the library materials for which there is no catalog. 5. To find out library material that are missing. 6. To find out exactly the condition of library material, whether in a damaged or incomplete stage. Profits held stock hospitalization. 1. Can be complete from a list of library material that are weeded out because they do not fit the subject, year, condition of library material, and the composition of library material that are up to date. 2. Knowing library material that are most in demand by information user. This means that stock taking is used as a guide for selecting library material. 3. Know the level of loss of library material in the library. 4. Can get a neat and good library material arrangement. 5. Easy to clean library material from dust and other impurities. While the disadvantage of carrying out stock taking are as follows. 1. Reducing comfort for user because when there is a stocking activity, all books board must be returned. 2. During stock taking, the library is usually closed or does not provide service of any kind. 3. Stock taking activities require relative expensive costs. Next, how to do stock taking. Stock taking has several procedures and methods including 1. Procurement list or accession list. Procedure list is matched directly with the book of the shelf. It takes 2 officers where one check the books one by one, then mention the master number, and the other officer check and mark the procurement list. 2. Inventory book. 3. The register of library materials. Put a siege of the register for books that are being borrowed, repaired, or unknown.
Hello, my name is Made Dwendra Riawan. Well, here I will continue with the materials. Point 3. Know the level of loss of library material in the library. 4. Can get a neat and good library material arrangement. 5. Easy to clean library material from dust and other impurities. While the disadvantage of carrying out stock taking are as follow. Reducing comfort for user because when there is a stock taking activity, all book borrow must be returned. During stock taking, the library is usually closed or does not provide service of any kind. Stock taking activity require relative expense cost. How to do stock taking? Stock taking has several procedures and methods including procurement list. Procurement list is made directly with the book on the shelf. Intake to officers where one check the book one by one, then mention the master number and the other officer and mark the procurement list. Inventory book through the register of library material. Put aside on the register for books that are being borrowed. Repair or unknown calculation library material. Book on shelf are directly counted and add to book that are being borrowed, bound and repaired. Then reduce the number of collection based on the parent book. The difference between the two number is the number of book known or lost. Catalog arranged by class number. Test card. This test card use a catalog card where each shelf contains books that are numbered or symbolized. Then each book is made on A1 test card that contains a parent number or location symbol. This card is made for books that are borrowed, bound, or repaired. Computer aided. This method compares the parent number in book in the shelf with the parent number list in the parent book, but the comparison of the parent number is done with the help of a computer by first entering the data of the number of the parent book in the master book. Use a book list. Print a book list by classification number according to the order on the bookshelf. Print a list of books that are being borrowed, those that are damaged, and those that are being repaired. Match the book list with the collection on the shelf. Give a side of the book is not there other than in the loan damage repair. From this data it can be seen the number of missing books. Scanning book is used to digitize library materials. This method is usually done if the book collection is already using a barcode. With the step 1, check and arrange the order of book in a shelf based on no classification. 2. Create a data structure for the collection of book to be scanned. 3. Officer scan book on book that have been barcoded on a shelf. 4. Else print a list of books that are borrowed, damaged, and that are being restored and condemned. 5. Compare everything according to the list so that you can find out the number of missing books. According to Sulistyo Basuki, stock taking can also be done through OPEC. The way to do stock taking for libraries that have OPEC online public access catalog is as follows. 1. Print a book list from the book database. 2. Print a list of books being borrowed. 3. Check collections that are being borrowed, bound, repaired, and marked on the book list. 4. Check and arrange the order of the books on the shelf by class number. Determine the quote for each officer. Divide the book list according to the specific quota. Bring the book list to the shelf and match the list with the collection on the shelf. Mark the existing column for collection not found, lost, damaged, or incomplete. Complete the list with book not yet list. Count the number of books for each class, both title and copy. Stock taking activity can also be done with the following step. Creating a terms of reference. The tour in a library is a reference for activity, planning the time frame, human resource, fund, and material needs. 2. Implementation. The assist why is to match the selfish with the collection list stored on the shelf. The findings on the shelf are then reported in the form of a report. The number of books that 1. Available, 2. Lost, 3. Broken, 4. Copy per title, 5. Borrowed.